Hey guys, we got somebody very special in the garage today. In my opinion, this interview is long overdue. Hey guys, welcome back. So we have Mr. Warren. We thank you for coming, Warren.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Glad you can make it. So
yes,
Warren was just kind of dumped on the channel. We never really properly introduced Mr. Warren. You've seen him on all the Cars and Coffee videos. Warren's Picks. He's famous, handsome Mr. Warren. So
yep.
Here we are. We're going to do an informal interview with Warren. So Warren, I've got a list of questions here for you.
Okay.
Some questions that are pertinent to you. And if you get any of these wrong, I got to hit you with the wrench. That's the rule. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll try not to get them wrong. I'll try not to.
I'll make sure it's a small wrench. It won't be a big one.
Okay, sounds
Anyway,
good.
I guess we should first tell everybody how we met.
Okay. So, I have met Gary the Gear at Tim Hortons at Cars and Coffee. I think it was back in 2000 and yeah, it was the beginning of this 2023.
Yeah.
And I have met him because I've been to Cars and Coffee lots of times during this year because Chris is into these kind of things. And how I found out about Gary's YouTube channel is that every time I've been to Cars and Coffee, I always seen the guy holding a camera and looking around at cars all the time. I'm there with my mom, Chris, and my dogs all the time, looking at cars and vehicles. And so I went up to somebody one day and I asked, "Hey, do you know this guy that holds the camera and does his YouTube channel?" And they're like, "Yeah, his name is Gary the Gear." So I went on to his YouTube channel, and sure enough, yeah, his name was Gary the Gear. I watched couple of his videos, and then the next Sunday, I'm like, I'm gonna meet this Gary the Gear guy, and that's how Q and I met. And then after that, we just been putting up a lot of videos about Cars and Coffee, and yeah, so. That's how I met Gary.
Yeah, you came up to me one day with Cars and Coffee. You said you were a fan of the channel. You watched some of the videos.
Yeah.
And actually really made my day when you introduced yourself to me. And actually after that, it was about 3 or 4 times after that, you'd come and you'd hang out with us. And I thought that was really cool. And then one day I asked you if you would be interested in doing a video with me. And you were like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And the rest is history. So this is got to be like episode 14 or something with Warren.
Yeah.
So thank you, Warren. I appreciate that. You know what? And what I really like about doing all those videos with you is you see things that are different than I see. You catch things. It's nice to have a wingman sometimes. And at these Cars and Coffee events, there's so many cars and there's so many people, and my videos I go as fast as I can, and I don't always see stuff, and you see some cool stuff, and I really like your perspective on the cars. And anyway,
yeah, and you're totally right, because every time I go to Cars Coffee with my family, it's not always the same vehicles that go there every single Sunday. You'll see a lot of different cars, Jeeps, SUVs, and different types of vehicles, and that's why I always pick every single vehicle that's new to me.
Yeah.
And then I pick those vehicles for his YouTube channel, so that way I'm not like wasting my time and just picking the same cars over and over and over every single Sunday for his Cars and Coffee. So I just go ahead and just pick every single car that's new to me, so that I'm not picking the same one every time.
Yeah, you got a good eye. I like the cars you pick. Very unique, interesting, and like you say, there's always new stuff there. So let's get to some of these questions here. How old are you, Warren?
I am 28.
28 years old?
Yep.
28 years old. Just in case there's some ladies watching, maybe they are interested in how old you are. And while we're talking about ladies, are you married, single, divorced?
I am Signal.
You are single. Well, that's good to know. Good to know if there's any ladies watching. Maybe they want to know that kind of thing. So, what do you do? What does Warren do for a living?
Well, I work for Cosmo Industries. I have started working here back in 2019. The Cosmo B building had broken up to different areas of the city called satellites, and there's one in Markham, there's one in Arlington, there's one in Acadia, and so I went to the one that was in Markham, and I've been working there ever since 2019. And we do a lot of different jobs, like going out to fire halls, clean at fire halls, like number 1 fire hall, number 3 fire hall, the staff training fire hall, the EMO fire hall, that's fire hall number 7, and I've been doing that for the last couple of years. I've met a lot of good guys there and a lot of nice staff there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's one of my jobs. And then this last year, I recently got a new job. I am working for Valen Safety Supply, and they are a supplier company for all different industrial, commercial, business companies, and they sell a lot of different stuff for all those customers out there. If it's high vis, or if it's clean supplies, or any other supplies, they'll have for you there.
A safety supply place, and that's where the high vis stuff comes in play.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's actually also how you get to know all the guys at the number 1 fire hall.
Yeah.
That was very cool. That was one of my favorite videos. Very cool. You're a busy guy. You got 2 jobs. You keep busy. You're at a lot of different places. You meet a lot of different people. I think that's really awesome. Now that winter's here, what does Warren do in the wintertime? What keeps Warren busy?
Well, I do snowmobile during the winter. I don't own a company. I don't own any pieces of equipment or a truck or a trailer or any skid steers or anything like that. I just do snowmobile on my block. I do it for my neighbors because I just like going out and doing it. So like I do all the way from my house towards the end of, just at the entrance of Vine Avenue. Then I do Vine Avenue, and then I go and do some houses on John A.
Wow.
That's on the one side, and then that's it, and then I just go back home.
Good on you. Do you blow snow for all your neighbors on your whole block?
Yes.
That's incredible. I thought, when you told me that, I was so impressed by that. I mean, you keep so busy and you help out a lot of people. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And for your viewers, if you're wondering how on earth I can get all the way to John A. and from my house, I have a gas-powered Leaf 4, and it's called Steel BR 600. Some of you may have it, some of you may not have it, but it has a large gas tank in there, so it actually lasts me an entire time when I'm going out.
Wow.
So I don't have to go back to my house to refill my Leaf 4. I can just go in one full tank, and I don't have to go back and refill my Leaf 4 again.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's how I can get my job done faster. I'm blowing the snow off the sidewalks.
So you have your own leaf blower, and you go around and you blow snow for all these neighbors. That's cool. That's cool. What else could? Oh, I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite Warren's picks in all the episodes? Was there a specific car that stands out in your mind? Do you remember any that were really special that you picked?
Yeah, like some of the police cars that I've picked. I think those were the most my most favorite ones that I picked. Like Kevin's
police car.
Kevin's police car I picked because it was a real city police car, and they given it to him. And there were some other police cars that I've looked at, and I thought that they were really good. And Yeah, and like that, all those other vehicles that I picked, like even that mystery machine van that I picked at that cruise
day.
night at downtown. That was my favorite vehicle to pick because if you've seen the cartoon of Scooby Doo, then you know why I picked that van. And there's some other vehicles that I just picked that I just thought it was really stood out to me, and so that's the reason why I picked all these
Cool.
favorite vehicles.
I was impressed when we saw that Scooby-Doo van, and you had all kinds of information on that. That was Cruise Day weekend. If you guys, I think that was episode 8 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Something like that. That was cool. I like that. I think that's very
totally.
cool. So this actually, I know the answer to this one. What's Warren's favorite beverage? Choice of beverage?
Well, my favorite choice of beverage is, well, always being sure that I spend time lots with my buddy Gary on Sundays when I go and do cars and coffee with him, and going to work for Cosmo and Valen, and also doing snow work in the wintertime, and also spend time with family.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you like to drink Pepsi.
Yes, yes, I do. I like.
fan.
Yes, I really like drinking Pepsi.
And that's cool. We should have got you one here today. I'm a Pepsi fan as well. What's Warren's favorite episode out of all the Warren's picks? Was there a specific episode that stood out to you?
Well, I think when we did that cruise night over at downtown, I think that was my most favorite episode because there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of
That was a big deal.
it was a big deal, and a lot of different vehicles were there, and yeah, so I think that was the most favorite pick video that I ever did.
Cool. For me personally, the one that was a favorite for me was when Jay and all the firemen came with that fire
Oh
truck.
yeah, and I can't forget that one too. Yeah, and also my second favorite video that's my most favorite video is when Jay and his co-workers came with the Ladder One fire truck, and they came to Cars and Coffee, and I picked that big red fire truck for the special video. That was really good. That was a really good one.
I was really surprised by that. Jay sent a message on the channel, and he wanted to involve you in a video, and they were going to bring that truck, and that was if you guys, for those who haven't seen that episode, that was one of the most expensive ladder trucks in our city. A beautiful big ladder truck. Well, Warren's very well versed on it. He works at Number One Fire Hall, and knew all the guys there, and it was an impressive video for sure.
Oh yeah.
What else could we say here? Do you have a favorite music? Is there a music?
Oh yeah. I listen to all sorts of different bands. Like I listen to the Oyster Cult, The Dead Man, Nickelback,
Cool.
Marianas Trench, and there's a lot of different bands out there that
you like. You like lots of different music. Mom isn't yelling, "Hey Warren, turn it down. Turn down the music. Turn down the Zeppelin."
Yeah.
How about a movie? Do you have a favorite movie that you like to watch?
Oh yeah, like I like watching a lot of action movies, like that involves cops, police, and guns and action, all that, and and I just like watching all those different movies, and and I can name, like I can make a big giant list and name all the movies I watched over the years, but
It'd be long.
Yeah, it'll be too long. So so that's pretty much my most favorite movies to watch on TV.
Good. So while we're on here with Warren, is there anything that you would like to say to your fans, all the people that you've met this summer?
Oh yeah, totally. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you viewers who have commented and also came up to me during those times when it was scary. Either that day I was at the cruise night, or if I was at the Cars and Coffee. I really appreciate all you guys coming up to me and saying, hey, I seen your videos. I seen you're on Gary the Gary the Gears channel. I love your videos. I'm a fan of that. And yeah, I just really appreciate all you guys coming up to me and just telling me how much you guys liked his video. And I think at that cruise, and I think I had about like 10 people come up to me and tell me that they asked me like, hey, are you Warren? I saw you on Gary's YouTube channel. So yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you for your comments and likes, and always come up to me and ask me, and always tell me that you guys are a fan of the YouTube channel. So thanks very much about it.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it kind of blows our minds a little bit when people come up to us and say hi. I remember one Cars and Coffee event. We were standing there and we had finished our videos, and there was a car at the intersection behind us, and he was honking the horn, and he goes, hey, Warren, and he was waving. You're like, well, and you're waving back, and well, who's that guy?
Well, it turns out it was actually my boss that I
oh, you knew him?
Yeah, he was my boss that I used to work for since 2016. He owned a lawn care business out in Martinsville, and I have worked with him in his lawn care business for the last couple years. So it was actually him in that truck that was waving at me.
Oh.
And yeah, so I found that out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, totally. You know, I met that fella. He came up to me, and you weren't there at the time, but he mentioned that that you had worked for him in a lawn care business, and he said he was so impressed that you knew all of his equipment better than anybody else, and you were really on par with all that gear that he had. His all his gear, it was just it was up to par, and you knew all the details and all the specs, and you're a good employee. That's what he was telling me anyway. That's really
well,
cool.
I'm glad he was happy that I appreciated all of his equipment that he uses over the years. And yeah, and the reason why I know all this lawn care stuff is because I go up on the internet, I look at all these lawn care stuff on the internet. Like, there's a lot of lawn care dealers that are around the world, like in the US and Canada, and I just look up on those dealers and look at all the different pieces of equipment they have for sale, different brands, the make and model of the engines, the make and model of the lawn care equipment, snowmobile equipment as well. And yeah, so that's why I know all this stuff.
Yeah, you really immerse yourself into, you get to know the details. That's what I like about you. You are very a detail guy, and you find out all the specs on things, and that's why you're a great wingman at Cars and Coffee. So yeah, so guys, there is a playlist on the channel for Warren's picks. Anything related to Warren, like this interview, will be in that Warren's picks playlist. We also have created a little bit of a intro for Warren. So and I'll play that at the end of this video so everybody can get used to seeing that. But yeah, it was really nice to have you here today, Warren.
It was nice having you today too.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thanks for doing this interview. I wanted to properly introduce you to everybody. You were just kind of dumped on the channel, and we just started doing Warren's picks, and no one really, other than myself, didn't get to know who Warren was. So I thought it was important we do this today. So please send Warren comments, everybody. He likes seeing the comments on all the videos. And yeah, thanks again, Warren. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys again.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.